Alright, so I'm going to be making a beat using my Akai MPK mini play version. So let's get straight into it. Alright, so I do have my MIDI keyboard plugged into my audio interface here, and I'm using it as a regular instrument instead of a MIDI instrument because I have my MIDI cord here, but I don't have that plugged inside of here, so I can like change the notes and make edits that way. What I'm doing is using the internal sounds from here. You see there's an internal sounds button. If I turn it off, you're not hearing anything. If I turn it on, you're hearing it. So the sounds that I play on this keyboard, the sounds that are inside this keyboard are going to come onto my computer here, and that's what I'm going to be using to create the beat. So let's get into that. All right, so I got all the main sounds in here. There's 6 sounds right now, but I'm gonna go in and get the volumes right and everything, get it mixed a little bit slightly, and then I might add a few more sounds at the end, but stay tuned and see. Alright, so that's the finished beat. I hope you enjoyed this. This was really fun to make, and I really enjoyed using this instrument here, the Akai, because one, all the sounds that I used came inside of this keyboard. They weren't any plugins or any VSTs that I used and downloaded onto my computer. All the sounds are built into this keyboard itself, the drum sounds and the keys, and there's also some different sound effects and stuff here too, as well as some filters here on these knobs. There's different filters I can use to get the sound sounding how I want before they touch my computer. So that's pretty cool when it comes down to mixing and things like that. You can get things as best as possible on here before you have to go in and do it afterwards, the post-production stuff. And the fact that I can play it with or without MIDI capabilities is like the best part to me, because I can keep practicing on here and getting the sounds out, practicing my finger drumming and making sure I'm in the pocket of the metronome and all of that before even touching the DAW. So again, if you're a beginning producer, I think this will be a great investment for you. It's only about 130 bucks, but again, you can use it with or without your DAW. So you don't have to have a laptop or an app to use this. All the sounds come inside of the keyboard, and you're able to use it just like that, as long as you have some batteries charged up or you have it plugged into the wall, because it comes with the cable. But yeah, that's my take on using this to make a beat. And I think when I'm using my keyboards as their own instruments and not as a MIDI instrument, I like that process because it forces me to play as a real musician and not just as a regular producer who can make tweaks and edit on the computer. It forces me to kind of be like an actual piano player. I need to play on track to the beat, to the click track, to the metronome. I need to make sure everything is in time and that I'm catching the pocket and in the groove of things. So I think just moving along forward, I'm gonna try to keep experiment more, playing real instruments and not, just using the sounds to get something out, because I really like the challenge of, again, playing on beat and making sure everything is in time together, but also the fact that I'm able to use the different instrument sounds that come with these keyboards is kind of broadening my, I guess, my ears as a listener of music, and it's inspiring me to listen to different types and different genres of music to understand different instruments and how they work and what they sound best with, and how to pair different instruments sonically and what works well together, what doesn't work well together. And as well as I'm learning how to mix better and use my ears for listening to what I want to change and how I want things to be specifically, I'm finding that as I use this as an actual instrument, it's teaching me more and more and more about sound design, pairing sounds together, and I just feel myself growing as a producer. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I had a lot of fun. I love the fact that I'm growing as a producer, especially now in this new space, that I have the space and capacity to explore new interests as a producer and just as a music enthusiast in general. So thanks for watching. If you stick around, leave a comment or don't. It's up to you, but I'll see you next time.